So how is everybody doing with the alphabet letters? Colleen, how are you doing with the letters?
I think the letters are a little easier than the vowels.
Okay, are you able to recognize them pretty well?
Yes, I think so. I kind of question the sound of some of them, but yeah, for the most part, I can recognize them.
Okay, what about you, Lee? Are you able to recognize the letters very well?
The alphabets I can, but the rest a bit challenging.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the difference between 1 dot, 2 dots, and T and heart and lines.
Yeah. The vowels are going to be a little bit more challenging, but I want to make sure that everybody is getting the letters before we get too deep into this, because I don't want to get too deep, and then everybody's lost again. I don't want to lose anybody. So how about you, Maria? How you doing with the letters?
I'm getting better, but the sulfite forms really trip me up.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, do you know what 5 letters have the sulfite forms?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, let's. We know we have.
I have a cheater. I have a cheater in front of me.
Yeah, we have a kaf sulfite. We have a mem sulfite, a nun sulfite, a pe sulfite, and a sadi sulfite.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which ones are the hardest ones for you? Are they all pretty much the same? Or the base probably. Yeah.
To me, the kaf, it looks like either the resh or the dalit. To me, a lot. Yeah. That's the one, and the noon. It looks like it can be a resh or a vav sometimes.
Yeah, well, now it'll help when you see the letters next to each other, because the sulfite letters, with the exception of the mem, is going to go below the line. So when you see a letter that looks like a very long ball that goes down below the line, that's a nun sulfite. When you see a letter that looks like a dalit, but it goes way down below the line, that's a kaf sulfite. And of course, the pe sulfite, that it looks like a pe, so that one's not too hard, because there's really nothing that it looks like. And the mem sulfite is pretty easy; it's just a closed mem. So
yeah.
But once you see it next to another letter, it's probably easier to identify than when just individually. Does that kind of help you a little bit?
Right. And I think it's just going to be looking at them more often than what I've been able to lately.
Yeah. All right. So let's go through the alphabet together. How about
is your camera on the right way?
Camera's good. Yeah.
It says PC camera.
Yep. Everything, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to sit on a computer. So,
okay.
Yeah. It's all hooked up and going, and I'm recording. Everything's good. All right. Okay. Okay. Before we get into the letters, how about you? How are you doing, TJ, with the letters?
Yeah, I haven't been able to get into them as much as I'd like, but I mean, I'm about as good as I was 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Are you having trouble between identifying some of the letters, but which ones are giving you the hardest trouble?
The same ones that everybody's really, the kaf sulfite and they look a lot alike.
They do. They do look a lot alike. Your dalit and your resh really look a lot alike. Those are that's one of the real close ones.
Yeah.
What are some other ones? The tal and the chet. That the only difference is with that little tail that goes on.
The nun sulfite and the vav look similar.
Yeah, and again, once you see it next to a letter, you'll see it go down below the line.
Yeah.
The only letter that's not a sulfate letter that goes down below the line is the Kuf.
Mhm.
The Kuf goes below the line, but it's not a sulfate letter, okay?
Sometimes, Gimel and Noon.
Gimel and the Noon, yeah. You know, that one, if you look down at the bottom, you see the two legs there, you know, because the Gimel's is walking like that, so he's got a foot out. Okay, the Noon and the Kaf, can be hard, but if you just remember that the Noon is going to be narrower, you know, than the other letters, so it's a narrow letter. And so let's just go through these letters, each one. This is the Aleph, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is kind of interesting, and I like this, but I got this right here. I'm gonna hold this up in front of the camera again. But if I turn that like that, what does that look like to everybody? It looks like a bird. Okay. Okay. And okay.
Oh, well.
Looks like a hook.
Like a hook.
A hook.
The rabbi said that before Adam sinned, this was the way Aleph was written.
It's like a
When he
cactus.
sinned, it became like this. It fell. It was more of an upright letter. And if you look at it, it's Jacob's ladder. You got the angels ascending and descending on it. When Yeshua said to Nathaniel, he said, "You believe me because I saw you under the fig tree? You will see greater things than this because you'll see the angels descending and ascending." So he did two things there. He's talking about this Aleph, and he's talking about him being this Aleph, and he's also talking about him being Jacob's ladder. That Jacob had, only the angels were in reverse order from Jacob's ladder. So it all starts with him. So that's kind of interesting. So, but we're all created in God's image, right? So when God created us, we're going to in some respects we're going to look like Him. Well, this is a letter for God, right? Okay. But look when I turn it like this, you can see a trachea and you can see the two lungs. God breathed into man His breath of life, and man became a living soul. So in our creation, He created us this way, but then when we fell, we became like this. Interesting, right? So it's kind of, I don't know, I just thought that'd be interesting, you know, throw that in about the Aleph. All right, then the next letter is the Beit. Nobody has trouble with the Aleph, right? Everybody knows, everybody. Okay, then this one, this is a 3-room house. And Beit also means house. And Aleph, by the way, the Aleph as a word means ox. So as you're reading the Bible, you'll come across a word that says Aleph, and it's talking about ox. And it'll be spelled out. Aleph, Lamed, Pei, Safit. The Beit is a 3-room house. We have the top of the house, we have the back of the house, and we have the foundation or the floor of the house. And of course, we have the person inside the house, right? Well, the Beit is a 3-room house that God likes to live in. God lives in a 3-room house. The temple of the Tabernacle of Moses was a 3-room house. The Temple of Solomon's 3-room house. And your body is, you are a spirit, you live in a body, and you possess a mind. You're a 3-room house. And God lives inside of you. Somebody's coming down. She's bringing something, goodies. Oh, cookies. My wife's bringing cookies. All you people that are on the, you're not enjoying these freshly baked. Well, freshly baked. She cooked them, yesterday, but they're still good. All right, so that's the Beit. It's a 3-room house, right? Next letter is the Beit. the bait without the person inside. All right? Then the next one, there's that one that kind of confuses you with the noon, right? But that's the gimel. And the gimel, the word that's similar to this is the word gamal. And gamal is the word for camel. And only rich people had camels. So when you read somebody that had camels like Abraham, that's a hint that he's had a lot of money. He was very wealthy. So this is the camel letter, and so the rich man is running. He's running to do something. He's ready to go. He's running. The next letter is the Dalet. And a Dalet is with a D sound at the end. Dalet is a poor man. Dalet is poor. So we have the rich man running after the poor man to give him something. And what do you think the rich man wanted to give the poor man? Wanted to give him revelation. So the Hebrew letters literally tell a story all the way out to the letter Tav. Now it keeps on going. I'm not going to go through all the letters that way, but think about this: the God the Father and God the Son. That's debate. The Gimel is the type of the Holy Spirit. God the Father, God the Holy Spirit, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit is running after the poor man to give him revelation. You and I were the poor man that God was running after. You didn't find God, he found you. He came to you. We love him because he first loved us. He captured us, we didn't capture him. He captured our heart. Because he captured our heart, because he came and loved us so much that he sent his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on him, because he demonstrated his love for us in such a great manner. It was such a revelation to us about who he was. And so that's why we came to know him. But what is the revelation that they wanted to give? They wanted to give you the revelation of the nail. Isn't that interesting? And the revelation of the nail then causes you to dig into the soil of your heart. And anyway, it just goes on. I'm not going to get into every letter, but the letters actually are a wonderful story as we go along. So this one is the Zayin. And it's easy enough because it kind of, this top goes down and it kind of slant, and this is kind of a crooked one, all right? So it kind of looks like a dagger, right? Or a sword. It goes down into the soil. The next one, the chet. This looks like a chuppah that someone would get married underneath. A chuppah. That's tet. That's the snake. There's the head of the snake and it's coiled up with his tail. That's the tet. The tet. I don't know how you can associate that with the snake. Maybe the tet offensive. Remember?
Yeah.
You know. Those of you, I don't know if Hannah even knows what this tet offensive was, but we had years ago they had a tet offensive, and so maybe that's a good way of remembering that. The snake coiled up is a tet offensive. Okay. What's that?
Vietnam, 1968.
Yeah.
It's the Chinese year of the snake.
Yeah. You were in Vietnam, weren't you? Skip? No, TJ, you weren't in Vietnam. You're too young.
My dad was.
Oh, your dad was. I was in Vietnam, so that's how I know it's tet offensive. But anyway.
68 was the Chinese year of the snake.
Oh, was.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
So even in Chinese, there are Hebrew words.
Yeah. There is. Yeah. All right. Then this one.
Yud.
That's a yud that Jesus said. Not one yud or tittle would pass away from the law. Not one, even the smallest mark. Okay. Then we have this one. That's the cough. That's the cough. And then that one, cha, with the throat sound.
Cough, Sophie.
That's the cough sophi. Cough sophi. The two dots kind of help you a little bit. They're not always there, but majority of the time you're going to see those two right there. All right, whoops, I'm going too fast. Well, you just skip back past Lamed, and I can't go back with this. So anyway, y'all know what Lamed was. This is Mem. Mem. Think about this. This is an open womb, and what is inside a womb? Water. And the Mem is Mayim, water. So when you think of Mem, think of an open womb or a closed womb. Okay.
Sophie.
Mem Sophie. So then we have that one. That's the noon. That's the noon.
Noon, Sophie.
Noon Sophie. That's Samic. That's a circle. Samic. This is also a word to when they laid hands on somebody, or even when they laid hands on the animal, like the goat, and they laid hands and confessed his sin, they Samic him. They laid their hands upon the goat, and that's a Samek. So that word is also what we use in English as to be ordained, is to be Samek. So, and it's important. It's important for in the Hebrew culture to know who laid their hands on you. And in fact, this question came up with me when I was talking to a Jewish man who was, and he said, well, who laid his hands on Yeshua? Where was he? When was he Shemek? And so I looked at him and I said, God the Father laid his hands upon him when he was baptized in the River Jordan, when he went through Tevilah. He goes, oh, because he knew that story. So it's kind of interesting because it's an important thing to know who's laying hands. No man ordained him. All right, but now he ordained 12. He calls them up he went up to a mountain and he called up those that would, and those 12 disciples climbed the mountain up to him. When he got up there, it says that he ordained 12 that they would be with him. So that he samek them. He literally laid his hands upon the 12 disciples, and he samek them. Kind of interesting. All right. And this one, Ayin, the two eyes. And then, of course, this is also the word for eyes, also the word for spring. Ayin is also a spring. So how is your eye and a spring, how are they connected? What comes out of your eye? Water. Water comes out of your eyes. Your eyes are constantly producing water. And what comes out of your eyes? Water. What comes out of the spring? Water. Okay? All right. Then we have this one. Pay. Pay. And this is kind of interesting because this is also the word for mouth. Pet is mouth. And if you look at this, there's that tooth hanging down. It's kind of like a one tooth person, right? Because you've got the tooth hanging down. Okay, then we got, that's the peso P. Zadig. Zadi Sophie. Kuf.
That's
Resh. The resh is gonna have that little, kind of more rounded corner up there. I don't know if you can have a rounded corner, but anyway, rounded, I guess you can. All right, then we got sheen, seen, and tav. All right. That actually worked pretty good. All right. How do you go? How did everybody do with that? Pauline, Marie, Ellie, how did everybody do with that?
Yeah, those were pretty good. That's pretty smooth.
Okay. All right. Let's sing our song. You ready to all sing?
Yes.
Aleph, bet, bet.
Aleph, bet, bet.
Gimel, dalet, hey.
Gimel, dalet, hey.
Bab, zayin, chet, tet.
Vav, zayin, tet, tet.
Yud, ka.
Yud, ka.
Lamed, mem, nun.
Lamed, mem, nun.
Can we sing too? Sing it.
Samek, ayin, pei, pei.
Samek, ayin, pei, pei.
Zadeh, kuf, resh.
Zadeh, kuf,
Fresh.
Shin, sin, tav.
Shin, sin, tav.
Tov more. Everybody's doing good. All right. Okay, how did everybody do with their assignments? How many got them all?
No.
Nobody got them all.
Me.
Okay, let's start the right-hand side of your assignment, and let's see if we can work through these words. We're going to start at the right hand, very top. I do have a copy of it.
There you go.
Okay, you got one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the first one at the very right-hand corner at the very top. What is anybody got that one worked out? The pronunciation?
Why not? Oh boy. What is this? Hey.
I'm not sure which one you're talking about, David. Is it the Bereshit?
No, this is the one I sent last week. It was our homework for last week.
Is that the test? No, we did that one already.
Hey, bar.
Is it
Aleph,
Hey Rashid?
Resh, Vav, and Nun Sofit.
It's either Hey Rashid or Hey Rashid.
You got a lot of things. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna break it down. Where's the first syllable? So right after the aleph, okay, that's the first syllable. So what's the second syllable? Right after the hey. And what about the next syllable?
Rav?
No, it's the whole last three letters are the same.
Okay, so the last three letters are all one syllable.
What?
Okay, so let's try to pronounce it. The first syllable is, how do you say that first syllable? How about the second syllable?
Hey?
No, that would be ha. Haron. Haron. Who's on Haron?
Listen, Eddie.
Aaron, Haron.
Harun. Harun. No. Harun. That's a
All right,
noon.
then we got the next one, the one down on the right-hand side, the next one down.
There's the sheet.
Yeah, so with the sheen.
Nine.
Okay, break it down in syllables and then pronounce each syllable.
Shah Abu.
Okay.
Chanel. Chanel. Chanel.
Shaul.
Shah Abu.
Saul. Yeah, or Paul, yeah. Shaul.
How would you spell that? Is that S-A-U-L?
Yeah,
Uh-oh. Okay, you're
yeah. Whatever works for you, right? Okay, so we have, okay, the next one.
I didn't get that.
What's that vowel underneath the ayim? What vowel is that?
That is, Seagull.
Say.
That's the goal.
Oh, no.
Siri?
That's the center.
You.
So that's gonna be A, and then you, what's the vowel underneath the lamed in that, the next syllable with the lamed, yud?
Li.
Sure.
It's the karik, so it's gonna be E sound, so you got Eli.
Eli.
Who's
You. Yo.
Eli.
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 Eli. So we got Aaron, we got Shaul, and we got Eli.
So the you, how is that? Pronounced with the vowel?
Eli.
So just E, it's just a long. You have the on it. Is the L, and then
Yeah, because you got the karik yud with that has a E sound. Karik yud.
So phonetically, you spell it A-A-G-E?
A-L-E-E, I guess. A-I-L-E-E, A-L-E.
We in English would be E-L-I.
E-L-I, yeah.
All right.
Okay, the next one?
Sheol.
Pretty close.
Sheol.
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 Sheol. Sheol.
Sheol is the grave. Sheol is the grave, or hell. Translated as hell, but it's actually the grave. Okay. Well, then what about the next one?
Yo.
Yov. So who's the Yov? That's Job. That's Hebrew name for Job. Yov. Okay, then we have the next one.
No.
So we got a chet, a noon, a bob with the column over it, so that's just a vowel, and then we have the kaf sofit. What would that word be? The first syllable is where?
After
Huh?
the K.
After the chet?
After the K.
Okay. What did you say, Ellie?
Oh, I said ha. Is it ha? Is it Hanukkah?
That's a chet. That's not the hay. That's a because it's closed off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chet.
So you got then the next syllable is the noon, the vav, and the kaf sofit is one syllable. So how would we say that?
Hmm?
Chanok.
No.
Hanok. Hanok. Enoch. That's Enoch.
Hanok. Ooh,
Hanok.
Enoch.
Enoch.
Hanok. Hanok.
They didn't just give the do it phonetically over into English. That would have been so much easier, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
But we wouldn't have to relearn these.
Oh, but that's good that we know the Hebrew meaning for these things.
Absolutely, especially when you understand what they mean, and you start seeing the meaning behind the letters and everything else. It really brings a lot more depth to their names. And the next one.
Is that 4 syllables?
Dani, Yo,
It's got 3 vowels, so there's 3 syllables.
Dani, Yo, yeah,
Daniel.
Daniel,
Daniel.
Daniel.
Daniel is Daniel. His name is Daniel. Okay, the next one.
Again?
Yep, it's a pet.
Uh,
So we got 3 syllables.
Z, Kazik, Zichia. Zichia?
Is there a dot under?
Zichia.
Yeah, you got it.
Don't you have 4 syllables then?
Yeah.
The Sheva is not a syllable in that one because it's a silent Sheva.
Is it like Hezekiah?
Well, no, not really. No, but you're close. It's a prophet.
Ezekiel?
Yeah.
Hezekiah.
Kazkia. Kaskia. 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 Kaskia.
Who's Kaskia?
Kaskia.
Is the,
Kaskia.
is the comment acting as a stop there or no?
Yeah, the Sheva.
Shiva.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
confused
Who's
about the Greek
He,
because you're pronouncing it.
he's a Kia. I'm sorry. It's he zik. The Sheva is not silent because the Sheva is vocal right there. He's a Kia. He's a Kia. Hezekiah. He's a Kia.
Is that what I said this or no?
Huh?
Now,
What did I say? I think I said Hezekiah.
I said Ezekiel.
I thought you said Zechariah. Oh, maybe you did say this
She
guy.
said that.
Yeah. Okay.
This guy,
He's a Kia. He's a Kia. All right, then how about the next one?
Ali.
Eliah. Eliah.
Elijah.
Elijah?
Elijah.
No, Eliah is Elijah. Eliah.
Ali.
Yeah, Eliah is Elijah, I believe. Yeah. There's 2 forms here because then we got Eliyahu is Elijah. Eliyahu, which is the next one.
Should it be pronounced more like with an E, like L, than A, even though so it's like
Eliah. What's that?
Nothing.
And
And
then
so
the next
what
one,
was the English version of that name?
Elijah?
Elijah.
Elijah.
Yeah, there's 2 forms of Elijah, Eliah and Eliyahu.
The one underneath it is
Eliyahu, which is Elijah. Okay, the next one's got two columns on it. One's a column above the lamed, one's column above the mem.
Shlomo.
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 Solomon.
Solomon. Solomon was slow-mo. He was slow motion.
So
Shlomo.
would it be Shilomo or Shlomo?
There's no, yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. They got Shilomo. You're right. I missed the Greek underneath the, so Shilomo. All right, then we got the next one.
That's
Moshe.
Moshe.
Moses.
Now, if you notice, I put the vowel, I wrote it upside down. It should be 2 dots at the top and 1 dot at the bottom. But I wrote it upside down. So sorry. I have to get that changed.
Adam.
So what's the next one?
Adam.
The mem, shin, and a.
Adam.
Aiden?
Oh, what about did we get Moshe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Moshe then. Okay. So the next one's, you had that one right? Aiden, that's Eden. Eden.
So that is like Eden and not what's like the name Aiden like today? Like the Garden of Eden.
Garden of Eden, yeah. It's gone Eden. Gone Eden. Eden. And then the next one at the top in the middle.
Yeah, that one messed me up.
And that Sheva is a stop, all right? It is a silent Sheva.
The Lecha.
So the first one, so you got two Shevas together. The first one's vocal, the second one's silent.
Mhm.
So you got Bilhah. Bilhah. Bilhah was one of the concubines of Jacob. Okay, then the next one is another one of his concubines. Zilpah. Zilpah. Hey, what about the next word?
Can I ask a question about that one?
Yeah,
Is there some rule that makes the Kirik more like an I than an E? Because I thought it was like.
yeah, it should be a Zilpah, Zilpah. You're right, I did say Zilpah, didn't I? It should be Zilpah, Zilpah. I'm not perfect.
I just want to make sure that I'm like.
Yeah, you're understanding how it's pronounced. Which makes it hard when you got an instructor that keeps making mistakes, right? Okay, so let's do the next one now.
No.
Pretty close.
Shemuel.
Shemuel.
Shem.
Samuel.
Samuel.
Shem.
Shemuel. Shemuel.
Do.
And what about the next one?
Avishalom?
Except that's going to be a silent Sheva underneath the Aved. So how would we say it then? Because you almost had it, except that you pronounced the Sheva and it shouldn't be pronounced. Avshalom. Avshalom. So who's Avshalom? Absalom. Absalom. Avshalom.
So his name means piece
His
of God.
name-
Piece of God.
The father's peace or peace of my father, yeah. My father's well-being. My
He
father's,
didn't live up to his name.
he didn't live up to his name.
With the Sheva, can you remind me how that works again, the silent? one?
Yeah, okay. you can't have two vowels pronounced in together. So we got a vowel at the, underneath the first consonant. So the next vowel, that Shiva can't go with the Shiva. If it's there, then that's going to be a different syllable. Then you'd have Z, Lip, right, underneath that second one. So the silent Shiva, let's see, I had some rules for the silent Shiva. What did I do?
Yeah, I'm looking at the two will always come at the end of a closed syllable.
Close. So a silent one comes underneath at the end of a closed syllable. So a closed syllable is what? That's when you have two consonants and one vowel with the consonant at the end, right? Okay. So because it's at the end of a closed syllable, then it's silent. I know it gets difficult, but okay. So where are we at? We just did Absalom, right? Okay. What's the next one?
Me.
Kenayan. Let's see. I get this right. Canaan.
Kenan.
Canaan. The next one.
We'll see.
Yosef. Oh, home. Very good. Yosef. Yes, Joseph. Yosef. All right, the next one.
Jonah.
Yonah. Are you able to see this, Marie?
Yes.
Okay. How you doing, Ellie?
I'm good.
Oh.
Yeah, it's easier after you know what it says.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Okay, how about the next one?
Yehuda.
Yehuda.
Judah.
Yehuda is the only name that has the four-letter name of God in it. Yeah, that's Judah. So you got the Yud Hey Vav Hey with a dalet between the Vav and the Hey. And the dalet is the door.
Judah.
The door. So Judah is the door to Yahweh.
Yeah, that's good.
He's got the scepter.
He's the door. I am the door, Yeshua said, all right? All right, then we have the next one. Nun Sapid. Natan, the giver. Natan. All right, the next one.
The Natan in the end.
Yok, Yekuna, you know, let's see. All right, let's look at it. We got the Yeh, O, Na, Tan, Yehonatan, Jonathan. Yehonatan.
Yeah, Jonathan. Oh wow, that's
Yochanan. It's different. This is Yehonatan, Jonathan.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Yeho or Yeho?
Yeho.
So there would technically be like two H sounds side by side. I'm trying to figure out where that comes from.
What are you doing with two H sounds?
This
Yeah.
the first syllable is after after the first consonant, 'cause there's a vowel. So that's ye,
That's yeah with the Shiva.
and then that would be one syllable.
That's one syllable.
And then you have, oh, so it's yeho. I see
Yeah,
how
yeah.
it is, okay.
Yeah. Yehonatan. Okay, how about the next one?
Benjamin.
TJ should get this one.
Benjamin?
It's Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Benjamin. Benjamin. Benjamin. Yeah. Benjamin.
One of my grandson's name.
Son of our right hand. Okay, then we got the Yud, the Resh, the Dalet, and the Nun Sophi.
Yeah.
Erden.
You got the silent Sheva underneath the Resh. This is a closed syllable. Yarden,
Yarden?
the Jordan, the Yarden.
Yarden.
Okay, the next one?
Yud.
We got two syllables. The word means to acquire, and especially by force.
Smackdown?
Cain,
Cain.
Cain, Cain, Cain. It's Cain.
With the kuf, I've seen it that it's sort of like a Q in some instances, but also, so
Yeah.
when we're like spelling.
Sometimes they spell it with a Q, sometimes they spell it with a K. When they transliterate it. All right, the next one is the top at the very last column.
Abi?
No? Ahava, ahava, love,
Abba.
love,
Abba.
ahava.
Abba.
A in front of that Aleph. Would that be evening? Was that what Adam called Eve?
Well, no, her name is spelled a little bit differently. Yeah.
Abba.
Okay, the next one. What's
Eh,
Echad. Echad.
Echad.
One.
One. Echad.
Was in our song on Saturday.
Okay, now the next one. Adam. Adam. That's mankind, man, or even the name Adam. And the next one?
Ish.
Ish, woman.
What makes the yud silent there?
Well, it's the Karik Yud vowel, the diphthong.
Yeah. And what is ish? What does that word mean?
Woman.
That's woman, yeah. Adam is man, Ish is woman.
He is she. She is he.
I'm sorry, Ish is man. Ish is man, I'm sorry. Isha is woman. Ish is man.
But Adam is also man. They're both.
Yeah, both of them are man, yeah. There's also, there's another word for man too.
So the
Starts
next one
starts
down
with a
would be
gimel. I can't think of the name of it now. Gever. Gever is also man. All right. All right, so then we got the next one, Isha is woman, Isha. And then after that one should be easy for everybody.
Abraham.
Abraham.
AB,
Yeah,
Avraham.
yeah, Abraham. Okay, then the next one. And so we got this silent Sheva again.
Ish,
Yeats. So we got Yeats. What's that the last syllable?
Lisa.
Yitzhak,
Yitzchak.
Yitzchak.
Yitzchak. Yitzchak.
Isaac,
Isaac. Isaac is Yitzchak. Yitzchak. Isaac. Okay, what about the next one? Yaakov. 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 I don't know why we got too many vowels underneath there. I did something wrong on that one. I'm sorry. I'll look it up. You got too many vowels there. It's Yaakov.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong. Okay, so that should be Yaakov, right? All right, the next one. Sarah.
Sure.
Sarah.
And that's got the S sound because it's the seen, not the sheen. There's a not over sheen there. So it's Sarah. And then we have the next one.
Rahab,
Rebecca. Rivka is best Rebecca. Rivka. And that's supposed to be a hey, not a cat there.
Rahab.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It is a cat. It is a cat. Okay. Raquel.
Oh, so the last, instead of being a hey,
It is a cat. Yeah. Raquel.
So not Rivka, Raquel.
That's not good for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's Rachel.
Rachel.
And the next one,
Leah.
Leah. And the last one, Hevel. That's Abel. Remember Cain and Hevel.
Isn't Hevel also another word in Hebrew? I can't think of what it is. off the top of my head, but-
I'm sure there is. I know it means. I know his name means paper.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like everything, it's like out of Ecclesiastes, when
Mhm.
everything is like vanity.
Right. Yeah. All right. So hopefully that'll make this next week's assignment easier.
I'll know more what to expect because I think I was expecting like the English version, and of course it would be the Hebrew version, but because I'm not familiar with the Hebrew names, couldn't tell if I was getting them right or not.
Right. Okay, we're going to work through this in class. This is These are some greetings. Pass that back here. Give one for Sarah too, back here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take one for them.
Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at some greetings. The very top one, let's see if we can pronounce that.
Which way am I?
You got it backwards.
Wait,
You got it backwards.
This way, right? You going that way?
Turn it the other way. There you go.
We're on the wrong side of the page, David.
I know.
Thou art confusing me.
I did that so you could have enough room to write, on the right-hand side of it. So you can say what they are.
Oh.
All right, so what's that first word?
shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. That one ought to be jumping out at you almost any time you see it anymore. You should be able to recognize that even without the vowels. All right, what's the next one?
Vida.
That goes down below the line. So I know it looks like a dalet, but it goes down below the line. So that makes it a Sophie letter.
Oh, it's, hey, Sophie?
Leka.
No.
Leka.
Shalom.
So what is
That's
that?
Shalom Leka.
What's the Sophie letter again?
Leka Sophie. Okay, now here's the interesting thing about Hebrew is that lamed that's there in front of it is a preposition. It's the preposition to, and the cha at the end is a suffix, and the suffix that is for you. So when you see a ka, it's a lot of times it's so literally that's to you. The ka is to you. So peace to you. Peace to you. So that would be a greeting as you could do to somebody. Shalom laka. Peace to you. And you could also say it as a goodbye. Peace to you. You rest in the peace, your peace upon them. So shalom laka is peace to you. They would then respond, or if somebody said shalom laka to you, they would then respond with this. Alekem, Alekem, Shalom Alekem. Notice there's no dagesh in there, so it's kind of Alechem, 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 Shalom Alekem.
What does that mean?
Or you could turn it around and say Alechem Shalom. Either way is correct. Shalom Alekem or Alekem Shalom. And that means peace to you. That's also peace to you. It's the returning, you're returning the peace back to them. So when Jesus said, if they don't offer you peace, then shake the dust off your feet. Don't say, Alekem Shalom. Don't return the peace back to them. You leave them with the dust off your feet. Now there's some other things about dust off your feet too, but he's literally telling us that look, when you're leaving that house, don't wish them peace. Don't wish them peace. Don't wish them shalom. Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
And a nonverbal slap across their face.
Yeah. So that's the answer is Alekem Shalom. Or Shalom Alekem, okay? Alekem Shalom. Okay, now the next one. This one has got a real interesting history behind it. Can anybody pronounce the words there? Baruch, I heard that. Okay.
Is that Hashem?
No, it's not Hashem. There's no sheen in there. Baruch.
Second word's almost like another shalom.
Baruch
Yeah.
We're on the 1, 2, 3, fourth one down. How's everybody getting Shem out of that?
We're on the
We're
third
on
one.
the third one.
Four,
Oh, that's Alechem Shalom, okay? But I'm talking about the fourth
two
one,
and
'cause-
three the same.
yeah, because 2 and 3 are the same, they just reversed around each other, okay?
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
no wonder.
So, yeah, so we're on the fourth one. Baruch, Baruch,
Haba.
Baruch haba, Baruch haba, welcome. Baruch haba, welcome. Actually, what you're saying, now it means welcome, and that's how it's translated, is welcome. But you're actually saying, word for word, you're saying,
Blessed is he.
blessed is he who comes. That's what you said. So when somebody comes to the house and you go, Baruch haba, blessed is he who comes. You're welcoming them in. Blessed be he who has come. In other words, you're blessing them as they come in. You understand? So the Jewish people, they bless you as you come in. They bless you as you go out. All right, but you're being blessed. Blessed are you that comes. We are blessed because you came. Welcome. Okay. Jesus said this. He said, I will not return to Jerusalem until they say, blessed be he who comes in the name of the Lord.
Baruch haba b'Hashem Adonai.
Until they say, welcome to the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Until they throw out the welcome mat for Yeshua, he's not coming back.
So we should all go over there and say, welcome back.
That's right.
And get the rest of the Jewish nation to go along with you.
You gotta go along with
Well,
that.
just in
To
Jerusalem.
lay out the welcome mat and say, Yeshua, we want,
You want your
you're
problems
welcome.
with Ariana all done? Hey, I got news for you right here.
Okay, so let's see now. Now we got the next one.
Baruch.
Baruch, okay, got that one. Hanimsa. Baruch Hanimsa. You gotta accent that last word. Baruch Hanimsa. Baruch Hanimsa. Blessed is the one already present. So when somebody would welcome you in, you would say Baruch haba. Then you would reply a blessing back to them. You would say Baruch Hanimsa.
And that means,
Blessed is the one already present. In other words, that's you. Okay, so you welcome me into the house. I would say Baruch Hanimsa. That's blessed be the one, blessed are the one that's already present. It's a returning the blessing back. Somebody blesses you, you bless them back. Blessed is the one already present. All right. So if you're sitting at a kitchen table, I'm not in my video here. But anyway, we're good. I'll get the video. I haven't been in the video all along. Okay, so the next one is Baruch
Yoshi,
Hayoshev. Baruch Hayoshev. Blessed is the one who is sitting at the head of the table. So whoever the host is, the head of the table, then you would say Baruch Hayoshev. Blessed is the one who's sitting at the head, who is sitting. Okay, the next one. What's that? Cha. So you have cha.
Well,
That's a cat.
it's a,
No, I got a space between.
Yeah.
And that should be a cat.
All right, so we close.
It didn't, it should be a cat. Sorry.
Haz,
Chazak.
za.
Kazakh. Then the next one,
Baruch.
Uvaruk. Very good. Tov Moed. Very good. You're getting it down. You got
Must have
this.
clicked last night because before that I didn't have anything.
You're doing
So
awesome.
how's that pronounced again?
Uvaruk. Uvaruk. That first vowel is the conjunction and. The rest of it is Baruch, which is literally Baruch, but it's because you have the U in front of it, it changes from a hard bait to a soft bait. Right? So that's what happens a lot in Hebrew is that the letters, you're used to seeing Baruch, right? As blessed. Well, it's Baruch, but it's got the Baruch because you got the Uvaruk. Uvaruk. So it's be strong and blessed. Be strong and blessed. Kazak Uvaruk. Kazak Uvaruk.
Be strong and blessed.
Be strong and blessed. If you say Kazak, it's be strong, with strength, be strengthened.
You got that coming right up. You got a double yodi yodi.
All right. All right. So what's this next one?
Yodi yodi shmini resh.
Well, now you got a correct yud, so that there's the diphthong, right? So it lengthens out the first yud. So that's yishar, kokaka. Yishar, kokaka. Yishar, kokaka. May your strength increase. Literally what you're saying is may your strength go straight. But it's translated, may your strength increase. May your strength go straight or may your strength be increased. Or may your strength continue, right? If it's going to go straight, it's going to continue. So may your strength continue or may your strength increase. Go straight. Ishar Kokak. Kokaka. Okay, so the next one?
Is it a hay or a cat?
That's a cat. Sorry. Why? There's a lot of mistakes in this thing, isn't it?
Well, I'm just asking because mine's got space on it.
Yeah, it's
And
supposed to be a
that changes the enunciation.
yeah, it does. That's supposed to be a cat. Kazak. We can add that earlier, right? And what's the next one?
What's happening under the olive? There's like 5 dots under the olive.
Yeah, that's because it's a compound vowel, and just in that case, in that particular one, just ignore it, all right? Because it doesn't change your other one. So just ignore the sheva, all right? Just pronounce it like it would without the sheva there. Kazak ve'ematz. Ematz. Kazak ve'ematz. Be strong and of a good courage.
Then
Ve'ematz. Kazak ve'ematz. Be strong and of a good courage. Okay, the next one.
The hay at the end of the first word, or is that?
It's a hay on the first one, yeah, and on the second one. Both of them are hays.
Okay.
Yeah, both ending letters are hays. Shana Tova. Shana Tova. Shana is the Hebrew word for year. Tovah is the Hebrew word for good. Tov is also good, but Tovah is good too. So you got Shana Tovah.
Would that be like have a good year?
Have a good year. Happy New Year. Yeah. Happy New Year or have a good year.
Better.
Boker, Boker Tov. Boker Tov. Good morning. Boker Tov. Good morning. And then we got the next one. Is real. This one's a long one, right?
How's it wrong?
Hatza Harim. Hatza Harim. Hatza Harim. I'm sorry. Hatza Harim. Boy, get them all in there. Hatza Harayim. Harayim. Hatza Harayim. Hard to get it in there, isn't it? Hatza Harayim. And you got Tobim. Tobim. Hatza Harayim. Man, I can't get it all in there. Hatza Harayim. Okay. Tobim. Good afternoon. You want to avoid talking to anybody in the afternoon. They need to simplify that a little bit better.
Good middle.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Hebrew if it was simple.
What's that?
It wouldn't be Hebrew if it was simple.
That's true. All right, what about the next one?
Around.
Erev,
Around.
Erev Tov. Erev Tov. Good evening. Erev is evening. Evening in the morning. Erev ve'bokor. Erev ve'bokor. Evening and morning for the first day. Okay. Good evening. Erev Tov. All right. Then the last one.
Yal, I can say that. Yela? No, I can't say that. La, Yela.
Nana.
Well, you got the diphthong,
Oh, silent.
the shit is silent.
Lila.
Lila Tov, right? It's kind of like a Lila Tov, but good night. It sounds more like Lila Tov when they say it, but it's Leila Tov. All right. So who remembers from last week the word for heat?
He's.
What is the
Heat.
what is the Hebrew word for heat?
He. She.
No,
No, she is.
she is he.
Oh, it's
but
who? Who?
Who?
He is who?
He is who? Does that Marie? Does that said that? He is who?
Yeah.
So who is she?
She's he.
She is
He is
he.
he.
All right. What is the Hebrew word for who?
Who? Me.
So me is who is he, she is he.
Yep.
Me is who, he, she, who is he.
What is that? I need a pencil for something. No, that's a pen.
Ma is what? Ma is what? Okay. So ma, the Hebrew word ma means what? Okay, what's the Hebrew word for no or not? Low. Low. What's the Hebrew word for yes or so?
Khan.
Cain. Cain. Okay, what about masculine singular for disciple?
Talma. Talm.
Talmud.
Talmud. Talmidah.
Okay, what's the feminine singular for disciple? Talmidah. What's the plural, masculine plural for disciples?
Talmidim.
Talmidim. What's the feminine plural for disciples?
Talmidot.
Talmidot. Okay, what's the Hebrew word for we? Weans and usins and weans. We.
Anoknu.
Anaknu.
Anoknu.
Anaknu. Okay, what's the Hebrew word for I myself, I alone, I and no other? Anoki.
Anoki.
Yeah, Anoki. All right, so I think we're pretty good. Okay, everybody, did everybody learn some stuff today? I think I know some people got a little bit. The people that are taking this that are not on Zoom, but they're taking it through the video. If you can kind of shoot me a message through Messenger, let me know how you're doing, how you're coming along, so I know how everybody's doing. So I know we've got about 4 or 5 people that are doing it on the video. So and I don't have a connection with you to find out how you're doing. So I'll probably shoot you a little question on the Messenger too. But I need to find out how you're doing with the studies, and I don't want to leave anybody behind, including the ones that I don't have physical contact with. All right. So let's we can be dismissed, and we'll all meet next week. All right.